Okay. So, Jesper's turn. We've only got a few more days of autumn left. The king. A natural disaster strikes the area. Choose one. You focus on getting everyone to safety, removing an abundance, and a project fails, or you focus on protecting supplies and the hard work, but several people die as a result. So we don't really have much going on for abundances and projects, but we either lose something or we lose people. Well, I don't think it really specifies. It just says that several people die. So we've already lost half of our people to the girl who took them away. Then we lost several of our old people because they died because they couldn't get their meds. So now we've lost even more people. Flip a coin? Okay. So, as usual, odds will be the first one, evens will be the second one. Evens, so we just lose a bunch of people. So, there's a major disaster going on in the area. We're not really sure what's caused what it is, I guess. But it's put a lot of our things in danger, and we've decided our work is too important to really uh, be able to ignore it. And as a result, a lot of people have died, but we've still managed to save everything. Fire? Fire in the tunnels under the complex? Okay. So a major fire burned through and threatened everything. We were more focused on protecting everything from the fire. Several people died. So, would that be a community or a problem? Because I feel like at this point we've dwindled our people enough that it's going to become a problem. So yeah, let's say many people dead. We are now short-handed on a lot of things. So because of that, so I'm not going to do it for this project, but I think for other projects, because of this, I'm going to add one to the weeks. We specifically tried to protect what was going on with the computer and all this stuff, so I'm going to say this is fine. But just as a reminder to myself, yeah, let's actually put this in here. As a reminder to myself, all future projects until we finish this or fix this short-handed thing are going to take one more week. Just because, as I've said, we've lost a lot of people since the beginning of this. Okay, so that was the event. We advanced the project, and now what is the action to deal with? Okay. So we will send someone over to try and convince the mutants to move in with us. Uh, Oops, I don't need both of you. That is true. We can try and convince them. We are trading them the kale, so we can entice them with all the kale they can eat if they come over and move in with us. Uh, okay. Yeah. Every welcome basket is just going to be a basket full of kale. Objections so far, or anything of that nature. Gonna have to work on that mechanic a little bit, make it make a little bit more sense. Okay, so we move on. Untamed Fox. Number 3. Somebody leaves the community after issuing a dire warning. Who and what's the warning? Or somebody issues a dire warning and the community leaps into action. And we start a contentious project related to it. So somebody's dissatisfied. Okay, so somebody has noticed that the mushroom mutant markings are starting to spread. People are starting to get very faint marks on their body. So that is the warning. So what are we going to do? Is somebody leaving because of it, or are we starting a project because of it? Minus the disease and the fact that we don't have medications for people and that we prefer prefer our work over human lives, and that we're just stocked to the gills with kale. It's a little bit familiar, yeah. We're a little bit nicer to the kids this time around. Okay. And what is the project related to these markings that have been coming up? The contentious part, I think, is the harder part because it has to be something that some people are going to be opposed to. Which, I mean, yeah, if it's real life parallels, then it'd be something like quarantining and wearing masks. But that's not related to a disease of the skin, of the flesh. I think I'll also put that into problems too. These mutant mushroom markings are spreading. Let's put spread in community. Well, hey, at least this shouldn't really impact the mutants moving in with us, seeing as how they've already got whatever's going on. But at least you can put canned fruit in the salad and then it'll be fine. Kale and mushroom salad with canned fruit and catfish meat. Well, that would be a contentious project. Okay. Well, so this could be interesting though. We're trying to convince some of them to come move in with us. So we're going to be giving that I guess that assumes then that not everyone is going to be moving over with us, and so we're going to give mushrooms to them, to the people that aren't coming back. Otherwise, they're just going to bring it back to us. And really, it's a resource, so they're kind of growing amongst us, presumably. So we're just going to collect. Is that the project? We're going to collect the mushrooms to give to the mutants? Okay. Okay, so instead of a project, we'll have somebody leave. I suppose I should do that add it to the community. Let's say Doomsayer leaves after warning of the markings. Okay. Well, I mean, that's okay because now we've got another loose end where someone might end up coming back because of an event or something. Yeah, it is a little bit of a wrench in the works when it says it has to be a contentious project, but that's all right. So, everything moves down, and we now need a new action for the week. As if that one wasn't hard enough to deal with. Okay, we're going to send an envoy to the Technophobe village to ask about the mushrooms. Okay, so we'll spend three. So is that 3 weeks plus the one? So it'll actually be 4 weeks? 3 weeks total. Okay. So it's going to take just a little bit longer, just because of the people. Okay. Objections, concerns. We're about to finish off autumn here, so Pocket Ninja. Pocket Ninja gets the fun one, the queen. Disaster. A disease spreads through the community. Choose one. We either spend a week quarantining and treating the disease, but Project Dice don't go down, or no one knows what to do about this disease, and we add health and fertility as a scarcity. This one's not too bad, seeing as how we have a ready-made disease. Um, Learning about the human experiments, convincing the mutants to move over, and sending out a group to talk to the anti-tech village would all stay where they are for the week. Or the disease ravages what's left of our community. Okay. So we're gonna spend the week quarantining and trying to treat the disease then? Okay. So that's the event. The projects stay as they are, and now we need something new. Or something to do anyway for the week. Okay, a discussion. A discussion about what to do about the parish. This could have some impact upon our little group going to talk to the village as well, seeing as how the parish came from that group. So bear that in mind. Okay, so talk about the mushrooms. I see, I see. Ransom them for information. That is true. So is it safe to release them with knowledge of the AI? Okay. So we could use them in exchange for the mushrooms, or information of the mushrooms, but we also have the possibility that it could backfire because they'll tell everyone that we have supercomputer AI in the microchips. All right. Objections. We now move on to winter. I don't see it as a GIF, though. I don't see it animating. Oh, okay. I have to have it. Now I see it. Okay. I have to have the window active for the GIF to play. Otherwise, it's just a still image. Okay, well, that's cool. Okay, so moving on now. Here we go. Six. The time has come to consolidate your efforts and your borders. Projects located outside the settlement fail, and all remaining projects are reduced by 2 this week, or somebody finds a curious opportunity at the edge of the map and start a project related to this discovery. This is a pretty important one. Okay, at the edge of the map. It is true. Except for the computer project, everything else would fail. We don't really know anything about the rival corp. We just know they were taking off as a landing area, but I don't think we ever really did anything. We did scout them. Oh, we know they have info on the mushrooms. That's about the only thing we do know. So quite possibly they're in the area because of that. I don't know about you, but I can actually see a thread between all of these things. Well, so the mushrooms are connected to the mutants as well as these strange markings. And we know that Dragon Corp has been doing human experimentation. We know that there were androids, an android factory here at one point. They got abandoned for some reason. And we know that there's an anti-tech community in the area that worshipped they worship a thing connected to a statue over a temple complex dedicated to an AI computer that is opposed to us activating the AI of the androids that belong to the Dragon Corp. So like there's this triangle here, and then these guys show up, this rival corp shows up that knows there's something about those mushrooms. So for me, I see there's a possibility this is actually all connected. Like these guys are related, and they're opposed to these guys here. And there's this triangle between the mushrooms and the mutants and the markings. I don't know. I don't want to influence the story, but I'm just saying that when we do the wrap up here, there might actually be a thread we can put this together. Yeah, it'll be the echo. I mean, this story might actually end up making more sense though than the previous one. I think that'd be pretty easy to do, actually. Just take a Dungeons and Dragons session and then make a written story about it. Okay, so that requires a project attached to it, right? Yeah. Okay, that's a pretty curious opportunity. So what's the project then attached to that? I mean, given that people are already marked, it seems like we're already going towards that. Am I am I muted? I don't think I'm muted. Is that better? The old turn it on and off again. Okay. So, knowing that the rival corporation is helping to propagate the mushrooms that create mutants, what is the project that we are doing towards that? I suppose that would also be part of the lore. Well, it has to be it specifies that it's a project. But we can use the discussion as the action for this week. So after we go through this, we can do that. Bear in mind that these two are also going to complete here after this event is done. So, yeah, you get a fun turn now. Okay, I'm going to restart the video.